Good evening, students. On the very first day of the series of my lectures on English grammar, I am going to tell you something about verb. Verb is generally considered in Hindi Kriya, but I shall make you aware of this confusion that verb is itself a word. It is not in Hindi, in other languages. No, you are not going to have a proper approach if you are going to have a verb in the meaning of, in the sense of Kriya in Hindi. Whenever you are trying to elaborate verb, in general you say that action words are verbs. But my dear, I am very sorry to say that this is not true. This is absolutely not true. What is verb? A verb is derived from the word, the root verbum, Latin root verbum. And verbum is, if you elaborate verbum, verbum is to say. What to say? To say anything. And what do we say? We say only two things. We say about happenings, we say about existences. Whenever we are going to say verb, we are going to say a happening or an existence. Something about an existence or something about the performance, the doing, the happening made by some existences or an existence. To say is what to say? To say an action or an existence. Whatever we say, we say only two things. We say only the existences. I am a teacher, for example. This is a marker. So marker is an existence. It exists. It has some mass. It may not have mass. It may not exist. But still, it may be you can say a noun. It may be an existence. Existence without existence. Those are called abstract existences. Those nouns, those existences are called abstract existences. So existences are of two kinds. Existences are of abstract kind, and existences are of metallized, you can say, of materials. They are made up of materials, various materials. They are visible, they can be touched, they can be seen. But abstract nouns, abstract existences are not seen, they are not, they cannot be touched. They are abstract. So we say existences. It may be abstract, may be metallized. Action made by an existence. So if you are going to say a verb, you are going to say an existence, you are going to say something about an action. To say means to make a statement, to make a sound, to make a meaningful sound is to say, and to say is verbum. It is not action words. Action words, it is correct to say action words are verbs, but it is half of the definition. Half of the total definition. It is not only to say something about actions, it is completely to say something about an existence as well, something about existences as well, something about a happening as well. Okay, so verb means to say something. Kehna. Verb have two kinds. First, we know the definition of an unknown word, and then we trace its classification. So its classification in two kinds. Verb is of two kinds. One is finite, another is non-finite. So what is this classification? It is based on being finite or being non-finite. What is being finite? Finite means A is a cow. This is a surrounded area. It has a boundary wall surrounding itself. It has a boundary wall surrounding itself. So A is a cow, and cow is limited to move in a certain area. It is It means that the cow is finite. Its space to move is finite. The space given to move is finite. So making finite means making, you can say, covered, making limited, to create the outskirts of something. You can say to outskirts, to create boundaries, to create limitations, to create a room, to cover a room. You can say to cover a room means to make a statement finite. Verb means verbum, verbum means to say means something, something means statement, statement means it may be finite, maybe non-finite. Whether it is finite or non-finite, it depends on being limited. Being limited. अगर ये limited है, if it is limited, then it is finite. It is said to be finite. What are the characteristics of being finite? There are three characteristic features of being finite. A verb, a statement is said finite when it is changed according to the subject, according to the tense, and if it has the quality to frame a predicate. Finite verbs, finite statements are those statements which are changed according to their subjects. Subjects are the existences about whom we say something. And predicate is the thing, is a group of words, is a meaningful group of words that is said something about an existence. Okay? So this is subject. The statement that changes according to its subject, according to its tense. Tense means two things. Predicate. First of all, I would like to make you aware about subject. What are the qualities, what are the characteristic features of a subject when we are saying that subject is going to change and the verb is going to change according to the subject. So what are the characteristic features of the subject? Subject can be in number, can vary in number, can vary in person, and can vary in gender. Number means singular and plural. Person means first, second, and third. Gender means masculine, feminine, neuter, and common. So these are the classifications of subject according to their number, according to the person, according to the gender of themselves. Tense. Tense is a state, you can say a form of verb, not a state. It is a form of verb. Tense is a form of verb. Verb means to say, verbum. To say means is a kind of statement, is a particular kind of a statement in which we say happenings. A statement in which we say actions are tenses. Statements that are responsible to say, to hold the meaning of a happening done by someone else, someone, you can say, are said to be tense. So, whenever you are going to consider tense, you will have to consider two things. One is the time of action and the state of action. So, the statement that varies according to the time, according to the state of action, are said to be finite. Predicate. The words, or you can say the statement which can be an information regarding someone. If you are going to provide an information regarding someone, you are going to give predicate to it. Predicate to the subject. Subject and predicate, these are the two parts of a sentence. Subject means the existence about whom we say something, and predicate means the information that we give about someone, about the subject. So predicate means to become an information. To become an information, if your group of words is going to become an information, a complete information, then it is going to become a predicate, and the words that are capable of becoming predicate are said to be finite. And predicate is predicate, you can say, there is no further classification in predicate. Okay, so finite, is this. It changes according to the subject, it changes according to the tense, and it can become a predicate. Okay? Non-finite. What are non-finite? They don't have any of the characters that a finite verb, a finite statement bear. So this is my first lecture. Thanks for being with me. Thank you.